We're taking a break on our hike. Bella's getting a rest, or maybe Angus is getting a rest.
Bella needs a rest more than I do. I'm sure you can hear the panting in the background.
She's hot.
She is.
Anyway, Angus and I were talking about how sometimes people feel like because there's differences in the relationship, that means it's not a good relationship. And, you know, what we found, like for us, there's tons of differences in our relationship.
There are.
Whether it's related to, you know, parenting, music choice, movie choice, sex drive.
All of the above. But movies, actually, we're pretty much on the same page with movies, I find, most of the time.
That's true. There's only a few that you don't, that I don't want to watch that you like.
Music is another issue altogether.
But what we notice is that really the differences aren't the problem. If there's a problem and it looks like it's about differences, it's really because we're at loggerheads with each other and just not in a good space to find the solution, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and I'm sure that I must be beginning to sound like a scratch record. But again, it's always low mood. If I'm in a low mood, all of the things that could be potentially irritating about you that I would want to take personally just get completely amplified. So, for argument's sake, you coming in, getting into the car and turning the music off because you want to chat. If I was in a low mood, I'd find that really super irritating because I kind of like music while I'm driving, and I can even talk and have music on in the background. But you need to have abject silence.
It's not true.
So you can feel like you're fully heard. That's the only thing that I can assume in those moments. But if I'm in good spirits, then that doesn't bother me at all. But if I'm in a low mood, I've got a lot on my mind's sped up, that's the kind of thing that I'd find jarring and annoying and probably would react to.
But even, I don't even know that I turn the music off that often.
You do. You don't like it.
But bigger things like around parenting styles, around managing money, around frequency of sex, like all of that can look like, well, yeah, music's one thing, but what about those things? And wouldn't you say it's the same deal?
I'm really struggling to stay in my center when you bring up frequency of sex in such a public forum. Maybe I should have stuck to my guns and got out while the going was good. I didn't even know you were going to up the ante so significantly. I wasn't ready for that. That came from left field. But okay, I guess frequency of sex.
Is that the only thing you heard?
I don't know.
I gave a long list.
I don't like putting that out there. I don't like that. Well, I'll go with it.
Sorry.
I don't even know how you have a discussion around that. But I'll follow your lead and see where it goes.
Well, the point I was trying to make was that if we're in a low mood, those can almost look like deal breakers at the time. But when we're in a good mood, we realize that we have ability to connect with our...
Well, if we're in a low mood, sex is off the table, period.
Well, maybe we should talk about parenting, different parenting values.
Yeah, I like that better.
So that could look like a deal breaker even at times, and has. But ultimately, when we're feeling connected, feeling warm to each other, we're able to come to common ground with that, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because when you had all those crazy ideas around parenting initially, when they felt like they were insane, when I was in better spirits, in a better mood, I could get on board, typically, and feel like, well, wisdom will prevail and we'll figure this out, and we either will or we won't figure this out. But it seems like your logic's pretty sound. At least when I'm in a good frame of mind, I can see that your logic is sound. It's at least worth exploring it.
Yeah, there's flexibility.
Yeah,
there.
so again, it's all roads lead to Rome. If the quality of my thinking has gone south, if I'm in a low mood, then pretty much there's not much that's really working for me in those moments.
Yeah, we couldn't probably figure out how to tie a knot if you're in a low mood.
Exactly, really.
But what's available to us when we're in a good place is we have that capacity to really connect with our wisdom and work things out that are seemingly diametrically opposed, we can actually come together and figure out a solution from that place of goodwill and understanding inside of ourselves.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we can do the same with our sex life as well.
Do you have an issue that you haven't mentioned?
No, I didn't even know where that was going, but I guess that, that it kind of goes without saying that if we're not in the best of moods, that's really something that's kind of academic. It's off the table.
All I was saying is that...
Well, you brought it up.
All I was saying is that we can
I want to know what you were saying.
All I was saying is that we can have different preferences regarding frequency, and that's very common with couples. We're not the only couple.
It was frequency. It wasn't just the banner of preferences, because then I didn't know where you were going to go with that.
What are you saying?
Our sexual preferences. I don't know if I want to put that out on Facebook. Thank you very much.
What, that I was saying that we had different sexual preferences?
Yeah, I guess that's where my mind was going.
Maybe your listening wasn't that great.
Maybe, no.
You think I was just going to spring it on you?
I didn't know where you were going to go with that.
I was pointing to something that's very common among couples, is that some like to have sex more often than the other person.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
That's all it was.
Yeah, all right.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.